I'm Gale Brewer, Manhattan Borough President, and I'm here with Susan Lerner, who is the Executive Director of Common Cause, to talk about possible changes to the city charter's election and governance section. So thank you, Susan. I know you know this topic extremely well.
Thanks,
So
Gale.
I think to talk specifically about what I call ranked choice, instant runoff, and then there's a wonderful acronym, IRV. And I joked yesterday when we had the press conference that it should become a household name, and then we get what we want.
What, you mean Irving?
So we want to know how it's an improvement over current
Sure.
elections and what you think the commission should be doing.
So one of the things that we've been trying to do is actually suggest a uniform language change. What we're advocating for is ranked choice voting, which would be allowing the voters to rank their top 5 choices for all city offices, as opposed to an instant runoff system where you're only using the ranking for a small number of citywide offices in order to avoid the expense of a runoff. If you have a full ranked choice voting system for all of the offices, and we suggest for primary and special, then you get the benefits of an instant runoff system, and you have the benefits of the ranking for the other offices. Because when we've done an analysis of our elections here in New York City, what we found is that we have an unusually high number of multi-candidate races, particularly in the primaries. That is a happy consequence of 2 things, that we have term limits and we have a very robust and very popular public financing system. So that encourages people to run. Often we'll see candidates, multiple candidates from the same community. So in a district that has Asians and African Americans and Latinos, that you may get multiple candidates from each one of those communities. Being able to rank your choices means that you don't have to settle for any candidate other than the one you really like. Even if you're told that candidate doesn't have a good chance of winning, you're not going to waste your vote. That candidate isn't a spoiler. And often what we see is if you have 2 or 3 candidates from the same ethnic community, they're told, oh, no, there should only be one of you running because only one of you is going to win. You're going to split your community's vote. If you rank, you avoid all of those issues. And most importantly, what we see with all of these multiple candidate races is all too frequently the ultimate winner is not winning with the majority. And I think a perfect example is our recent special election for public advocate. There, the winner, clearly the choice of a lot of people, still our current public advocate was chosen with a 33% plurality. When you have ranked choice voting, the ultimate winner is the consensus choice of the majority of the people who voted.
I mean, I think the purpose of all of these changes is to increase the voter turnout and to remove voter apathy or ignorance about what is happening, when it's happening, and who is running for what offices. And to the extent that any of these ideas can do that, I think we ought to look at them further.
Susan, you want to add anything about ranked choice or anything else?
You know, I just think it's important for all of us to see it as an opportunity to really make our democracy even stronger and to deal with unexpected consequences of, as what I've said, is a very strong campaign finance system.
Right, I agree. So Susan Lerner, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate all your work, and unfortunately we're out of time.
Thank you for having me.